So a cluster set just means you're doing a few smaller sets and together they make one big set. You might see something written like 4-4-4 or 5-5-5 or 6-6-6. And what that means is that you're going to do a set of 4 and then rest a short period of time, another set of 4, rest a short period of time, another set of 4, and then do a full rest. Typically it's something like 4-4-4 with a 20-second rest in between and then 2 minutes between rounds. But I will always write that in the exercise description, so make sure you read that. So when it comes to a cluster set of seated hamstring curls, I'm going to use the example of 4-4-4. And what that means is I'm going to do a set of 4 and then rest 15 to 20 seconds, another set of 4, 15 to 20 seconds rest, and then another set of 4, and then I'm going to rest 2 minutes, and I'm going to do that again for however many times I prescribed it. Now the point of doing this is to expose your muscles to a little bit heavier load without having to do a full set of 12 with that weight. And so you'll be able to use a little heavier weight than you normally do for a set of 12. If I've given you 4-4-4, that means I want you to pick a weight that you think you can do for roughly 8 reps continuously in a single set. It doesn't need to be perfect. And so once you have that weight chosen, it will look something like this. You'll sit down, you'll lock into your seated hamstring curl or lying hamstring curl. If you don't have seated, that's totally fine. And you'll do your first set of 4. And because it is a weight that you could do for 8, even for 4 reps, it's going to be a little bit challenging. And so you'll do these 4. I'm just demoing, I don't want to overexert myself here. 2, 3, and then 4. And then I would come up and, I can unlock. I don't really care what you do during these 15 seconds. You can get a sip of water, take a couple breaths. I'll tell you how long I want you to rest. I think it's going to be about 20 seconds on average, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And then you're going to go again for another set of 4. 4, 3, 2. Imagine I did all those reps. 2. We're going to do one more. Cool, now I've done 8 reps. I did 8 reps with a weight that I can only do for 8. Yes, I rested a little bit in between, but it's gonna be hard. All 4 of these sets are gonna be kind of hard. And then you'll rest another 20 seconds and you'll do that last set of 4. And it is on that set that I want you to assess kind of how close to failure you are. If I say that I want you to go to failure, then I want you to fail on that last set of 4, not on all of the sets of 4. And so if I say, hey, we're doing cluster set seated leg curl, and we're going to failure, what that means is that last set of 4 should be taken to failure, not all 3 sets of 4. When it comes to progressing, I'm gonna write all of that in the exercise description, so make sure you read that as we get into week 2 and beyond. But I'll tell you now, you're gonna try and turn your 4-4-4 into a 6-6-6 over time. You might go 4-4-4 this week, and then 4-4-5, and then 4-5-5, and then 5-5-5, and then 5-5-6, and so on. You're going to try and add a rep here and there to those sets until you turn that 12, 4-4-4, into an 18, 6-6-6. And when you do, it's time to add weight and start over again. Make sure that you're set up with the backrest so that your knee joint is in line with the pivot point of the machine. What that means is every machine's going to have like a little circle here where the weight arm kind of swings around. I want you to line up your knee with that point as best you can. It doesn't need to be perfect. From there, you want the pad to be underneath your Achilles. You don't want it on your heel. You don't want it kind of halfway up your calf. Somewhere right around your Achilles is going to be the sweet spot. From there, your machine will have some mechanism of pressing your legs down. It might have a shin pad. But if you have one of these that kind of presses down, what I recommend doing is making this as tight as you can. I slam it down here. The tighter it is, the more secure you'll feel. And from there, I want you to press into that, and I want you to pull the heels down underneath the butt as low as you can go, and then bring them all the way up to the top here. Pull all the way down, bring the legs all the way up until the knees lock out at the top, and get a full stretch, pull down. You will see some people on the internet that recommend that you should be leaning forward, or you should use the handles and kind of lean forward a little bit. If you feel really comfortable doing that, you're more than welcome to. I generally prefer and feel more stable when I press into the machine and then pull down. Now during the set, if you feel like your butt is scooting forward out of the machine, I'd say that's totally normal, but I would check if this is tight enough. And if you're pushing back, that's less likely to happen. But if you feel like in the middle of your set, you need to kind of shuffle in and get your butt back into position, that's fine, that's normal. So quick recap, we're doing a cluster set. We're gonna do 3 sets of 4, most likely, but I will write that in the description. You're gonna do a set of 4, and then rest 20 seconds, set of 4, rest 20 seconds, and then a set of 4, and then rest the total prescribed amount before we do that again, maybe 1 or 2 more times. I'm gonna give you all the specific details in the exercise description, so make sure you read that along with watching this video.